good morning, everybody. I'm in Nashville, Tennessee. What's up, everybody? Everybody doing good this morning? Give me a little wave up and down. All right. Hope everybody's doing good. I am dying to go to Broadway and sing some country music. So that tonight might be the night. I don't know. But good morning, everybody. We're truly excited to be here. I met a lot of folks here last night at the hockey game. And again, just really excited. Today, I'm doing my talk just after lunch. Supposedly, they say I'm the guy for that position to wake everybody up after lunch. I don't know. I'm kind of an introvert. So anyway, I don't know. We'll see. So my name is Chad Free, and I am a wealth strategist. I believe true wealth is built from the inside out, and I believe that it's an abundance of everything that you value. And that's being present with those who matter. That's living that life abundantly, enjoying the blessings that are right here around you, and not letting your day dictate what you do, but you truly being in control and being aware. So I'm excited to be here. Before we get started, let's do our affirmations. Last week, I forgot to do our affirmations. Can you believe that? So let's get it. We're going to come off a mute on the count of 3, and we're going to say this together like we mean it. Come on. 1, 2, 3. I
am created on purpose.
And you are
created
on purpose.
on purpose.
You know, I was asking Brock last night. I said, look here, I don't want to do the morning show at 7:15. I do it at 8:15. And then I realized it just don't work like that. I'm on different side of the time zone, right? So anyway. All right, guys. Well, I hope everybody's doing good. I want to talk to you a little bit this morning about some things. And, you know, most of us being in sales or owning our own business, being some kind of professional, the true key to success is relationships. I believe that with every ounce of my being. And, you know, how can you have relationships if you're focused on just chasing that money or chasing that outcome? So I come from this place of purpose, and when I say purpose, I don't know how you guys do it, but when I talk to somebody, I let them know up front, it's all about you. This is all about you. And I've even used this line that I learned from one of my partners. I have a puzzle with 100 pieces. And when you go buy a puzzle at a store, you get the blessing of having a picture on it, right? So you can kind of see how that thing's going to go together. You know what I'm talking about? Like start with the corners and all that. Well, look, when I meet with somebody, I've got 100 different puzzle pieces, but I don't have a picture on the box. It's through having a conversation with that person and learning exactly what they're trying to do, what it's about them. Then that picture starts appearing on that box. And that tells me what corner I should start with or what puzzle pieces that I use to put these financial models together. So it's all about relationships. All right. So I want to ask you this question. This talk is going to be a little tribute to somebody who meant the world to me. And if you saw my Facebook post, you may have already read that. But I just want to talk about the impact that this guy had on my life and how I think we can take a lesson from him. This gentleman's name was P.D. Terry. P.D. Yep, the letter P, the letter D, Terry. Now, at the end of this, if you want to, I would love for you to look him up on Facebook. And I'd love for you just to scroll down his page and see all the stories that people had for him and the testimonies for him. So don't think we're going to be all just doom and gloom here, but I want to ask you this question. When it's all said and done, and you are no longer here, what do you want the people who were closest to you to think about you, to say about you? Now, in my case, mine definitely would be my kids and my wife, obviously. But I'm even going to go a step further. Have you ever looked at your child or your nephew or your niece or somebody and say, they got a lot of potential? Oh, they got so much potential. And you think about putting them with somebody, hey, can you help them reach their full potential? Well, let me ask you a question. Coach Burt said this. Are they seeing you reach your full potential? Are they seeing you and are they watching you reach your full potential? So when it's all said and done, what are your kids? What are the people that looked up to you? What are they going to say about you? What are they going to think about you? Are there some relationships that maybe you need to make right? You see, I was at this funeral this past Friday, and it ended up being the biggest funeral service that I've ever been to in my life. This guy was not a public speaker. This guy he had a Facebook page, but he would get his wife to post some things on Facebook for him. But let me tell you, I stood alongside 500 or more men who were pallbearers because they could not narrow down who needs to be the pallbearer. There was 250 men on one side, starting in the inside of the church, and 250 plus on the other side, and they passed his casket down, and each one of us had a hand in passing it down. And I think it was a huge symbolism because guess what? He had a hand in a lot of our lives in who we become. See, he was the park director, and it's kind of funny. It wasn't until I was an adult that I knew that's where that name come from, PD. But he had a very unique way. I remember going through the line when I played football. He'd slap a helmet on my head, 5 or 6 years old. The helmet's bigger than I am. He'd grab that face mask and jerk it back and forth. Yeah, that's good right there, son. Go get you some shoulder pads. And he'd just go right on down. And he'd just pass you right on down. But he was so involved in our life, me. And then when I got married, all the attention went off me and it went to my wife. Good gracious of living, son. That's the prettiest thing I ever seen in my life. What did you do to marry her? It's just funny, but he'd make you feel special. He got involved in my kids' lives. But here's what I'll tell you. He had a belief system. That's what I'm going to be talking about today. He had a belief system that couldn't be shook. And he had purpose. And he had a calling. And he had a heart for kids. He wanted to be an example. And guess what? When you have that belief system, and of course mine is our affirmations. You're created on purpose for purpose. I'm created on purpose for purpose. I am so strong and solid in that right there that my actions operate from that. You see, you can't be consistent. What I was going to say is if you take the time to read his Facebook page, every one of those posts, I can tell you right now, there's hundreds, but they're all the same. He was consistent. He didn't care what color you was. He didn't care how much money you had in the bank. He didn't care how educated you were. You were special. P.D. Terry, Terry. Here's what he did. He just made you believe that you were special. And when you believe that for just a short period of time, it kind of starts sticking around. He would believe in you, and then you would start believing in yourself. Yep, that's it. So see, his belief system was so strong that, you know what? His belief system was stronger than politics in the city that we grew up in. He stood his ground and his convictions. And I don't know what all happened there, but he lost that position that he had for over 33 or 35 years because he stood for what his convictions were and his belief system was. Fast forward, we've got a whole park named after him. It truly, truly is. He was one of one. And listen, my talk today is not to make you be more like PD or say that you need to be somebody. You need to be you. You need to be somebody that you're not pretending to be. You need to be that person that God created you to be. See, that was the special thing about PD because he made you feel that. He wanted you to know that you're special. And all those kids that maybe didn't have such a great home, they would flock to him and they would get involved in sports. That was his ministry, pretty much. He made my kids, my kids. So you can see when I started 5 or 6 years old, all the way up to just recently, he's been in our life. And what a blessing he was. See, he operated from his belief system. He had a mission. He had his core beliefs. And then his actions and behavior followed that. They were incongruent. They were congruent with each other. They were aligned with each other. He executed that every time he saw you. He would stop what he was doing. He'd give you a big old hug. Relationships. He wasn't trying to see how many followers he could get online. But you know what? If he had a business, I'd have done business with him. And I bet you all 500 or more of them men, because we loved him for who he was. Such a wonderful man. And guess what? When you operate and stand on those belief systems and you're your true authentic self and you're consistent in the way you treat people and the way you live your life, the impact is a result from it. And a lot of people won't even know how many we impact on this side of eternity. Sometimes it's on the other side. They played a song in that funeral. I was keeping it together. My lip got to quivering every once in a while, you know what I mean? But they played a song called Thank You for Giving to the Lord. And it basically was someone who went to heaven and they started seeing all kind of people that they never had a clue they impacted in their life. And your boy lost it. I had to throw my head down. I had the shakes. It was something else. But what I'm telling you guys, is if you can have that kind of impact, if it's just being you, you can do business with the right people. You can have the right partners. You can be profitable both inside and out when you're not pretending to be somebody that you're not, and you're truly pursuing who God created you to be. Because I promise you, it might have been an accident on your parents' part, but you wasn't a mistake. Now, I don't even know if I could say that again, but that was good. I heard that somewhere a long time ago and just came back to me. That was good, wasn't it? Right? But I want you to believe that. That's my mission. If you listen to me talk every Monday morning, I hope that you can see that there's some consistency in what I say. I truly, truly, truly care about people, and I truly, truly, truly feel like they have a purpose. But guess what? It is up to each and every one of you on here to make a decision. See, it takes action. It takes action. Make a decision to step into that purpose. But when you do, slowly but surely, you will see that you're not chasing anymore. You are attracting. And you will start realizing that you're on the very platform that God made for you to make an impact. And so, guys, I'm super, super excited about being here. I'm excited about getting yayed up on that stage today, right after lunch. Oh, my goodness. It's going to be good. It's going to be, I don't know. I might do a toe touch. I might do the Roger Rabbit. I've been known to do the Carlton. If I get, you don't ever know about me, but I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. And I can't wait to see all of you. And that's about all I got to say about all of that. So my question to you that I'm going to leave you with before we open it up is, have you tapped into your belief system? Do you know your belief system? A lot of people don't know what we're doing because we don't know what we believe. I would challenge you to shore that up a little bit. And let's start with, you are created on purpose for a purpose. And I won't ever get tired of saying it. Let me tell you something right quick. I don't know if I've ever showed you this, but after having my whole revolution, my youngest, Jackson, grabbed my phone. I thought he just wanted to look at pictures. But can y'all see that? God made you on purpose for purpose. I got my phone back from him later on, and I saw that, and I'll never erase it. And I'll punch somebody in the throat if they try to. Anyway, it's I believe it with every ounce of my being. So because I believe it so much, I have to take action, and it's daily. It's daily. If we're not pursuing our purpose, we're literally living by default. So, all right, guys, that's all I got this morning. Cutting it a little short. Anybody want to come off of mute and talk to me a little bit? Talk to me. Anybody. Cullen.
Love the message, brother. And never underestimate the ripple effects of your life. And as you said, what PD did for you and for that community, never underestimate the ripple effects of your life. Do good just because you can do good.
Yep. Right on. Anybody else? Fred, talk to me, Fred.
I believe that I thank you for giving us the word this morning about relationship. And I believe that in order for someone to have a relationship and create a relationship with others, that person needs to create a relationship with himself. If you don't believe in yourself, you cannot believe in others. If you don't believe in yourself, you cannot fulfill the purpose that you created to. Because every one of us has a purpose. A few weeks ago, I was in Costa Rica on vacation, but my vacation turned into a missionary work because I went to a village, and the way that I've seen the village, it ripped my heart out.
Mm.
And ever since then, my wife and I, we've been praying and asking God where to guide us to what can we do in the future for that village. And so many ideas come to our mind because we understand we are from Haiti. And today, January 12th, is the 16th anniversary of the earthquake that happened in Haiti. And we're still in a relationship with the people in Haiti. If we don't help out, if we don't help ourselves to understand what we're here for, how are we going to help others to understand that God is there no matter what? And that's my faith. And I always believe no matter what I'm doing, I put God first in all my activities. I may not be strong financially, but I know I'm strong financially in anything that I need because He provides for me. So, relationship
Yes.
with yourself, relationship with others, relationship with yourself will help you understand relationship with others, especially your clients, because that's what they're looking for. They're looking for someone that they can talk to who understands them and who can deliver what they need in life. That's my point of view. Thank you.
That's so true, Fred. And that's so good. That is so good. Yes.
I'll step up too.
Step up, Taylor. Come on.
Hello, I haven't been on this in months and months and months, and I regret it. But to build on what everybody's saying, there's a lot of stuff that real estate agents do a lot that we eventually all kind of fall upon. We realize that we farm locations too much and quit farming people. And that's really what we need to do. Like you're saying, exactly what you're saying. We need to start focusing on the people themselves, because as we farm the people who are around us, whether it be at the grocery store, church, or anywhere you might be at, the restaurant you're eating at, the server that you're working with, or anybody, we'll always continue to build connections better that way, like you said, just because of how PD did it. Because if you show people that you're real, they're going to continue to think you're real, and they're also going to tell other people about how real you are.
100%, Taylor. Thank you, buddy. Yep. And one of the best pieces of advice to remind yourself is listen to understand instead of listen to respond. You may already have an idea of what you want to sell this person or whatever, but just listen to understand them instead of listening to respond. It always works. Anybody else before we wrap up? All righty then. Well, guys, we will see all of you here in just a little bit that are down or up here, wherever in Nashville. If you're in Nashville, I'll see you here in a little bit. Thank you guys for hopping on this morning. I appreciate you, love you, and we will talk to you soon. See you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.